what the President is asking for. The President is making clarity on the issue of involving politics in the appointment of technical people in government. And the agreement seems to be, sir, that we don't need to be involved as politicians. They should be appointed on merit. And they should sign performance contracts with the public service. Thank you. So, and that was what Nachobe recommended. So those on the resolutions, you have to remove the aspect of being recommended by politicians. And they also say there should be rotational. The aspect of rotation, I remember reading it somewhere. Your Excellency, with your guidance, I don't know if we can pick a few people to make some. Just let's be fair. Let's listen to these ones. You come. The two only. Then we put a question.
If you allow the two, why is not the 20? So I think if they have got a strong point, they put it in writing.
Dr. Alupo Jessica Rose Epel is the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. She holds a PhD.
In Chankwanzi, and therefore I would like Your Excellency to state that these members of parliament present here, including myself, are the members of parliament who are going to appropriate, oversight on the recently guided strategy named the 10-point growth strategy that is envisaged to enable our economy to achieve a double-digit growth and the GDP of 500 billion US dollars in the near future. I would like Your Excellency, on behalf of all my colleagues, to state that we understand this responsibility very deeply, and we shall commit to undertake our roles and responsibilities and seek guidance from you when the occasion demands. The very members of Parliament, Your Excellency, in front of you are the ones who are going to support the full monetization of the economy through the livelihood programs. And I would also like Your Excellency to assure you that we also understand this role very deeply, and we shall undertake to expeditiously implement the programs together with other MDAs to the logical conclusion. I thank Your Excellency for guiding us that while discharging our duties, we should prioritize politics of interest as opposed to politics of identity. It is the same policy, Your Excellency, we are going to exercise in the discharge of our duties in the 12th Parliament. I call upon colleagues to always be mindful and remember the 4 principles of the NRM, which I will not enumerate here for obvious reasons. One of them is time. The same Parliament, Your Excellency, is going to support us in the industrialization program of the country. And we have also grasped this through the 1-week training, and we want to promise Your Excellency that we shall not let you down. Industrialization enhances job creation and wealth creation. And we do thank you very sincerely also for championing the job and wealth creation programs, which are meant to bring all the 33 households outside the money economy into the money, outside the money economy into the money economy. Indeed, we are very optimistic, Your Excellency, that we are going to leap to the upper middle income status and beyond within the timeline of the 12th Parliament. Finally, Your Excellency, let me again thank my colleagues, members of Parliament, for a week-long interaction we have had in Chankwanzi, which are ending here in this ceremony this afternoon. Thank you very sincerely for the cooperation, for the teamwork, and the enthusiasm to perform our duties as members of Parliament. It was a great honor to interact with each and every one of you, and we can only say, Aluta continua. The Right Honorable Richard Todrom and the Secretariat of NRM, we have no words to thank you. We can only say, I wish you could organize this kind of ceremonies, this kind of retreats as frequently as possible, so that we can continue reminding ourselves about our objectives. Finally, Your Excellency, I had hoped to introduce the ministers who are here, but you had stepped out a bit. Let me now use this chance to introduce the ministers who are here to you, and indeed to all the members present here. The Right Honorable Robin Anabanja is physically present. The Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga has sent her apologies. She's out of the country on official duty. The Right Honorable Rukia Nakadama is present. When I mention your name, you stand up and salute His Excellency the President. The Honorable Dr. Chris Baryomuze, Minister of ICT and National Guidance. Honorable Judith Nabakova Nalule, Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Honorable General Jim Muhwezi, Minister in charge of Security. The Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. The Honorable Hamson Obua, the Government Chief Whip. The Honorable Hilary Onek, Minister in charge of Disaster Preparedness and Refugees. The Honorable Hajat Min Sakabanda, Minister in charge of KCCA. The Honorable Babalanda Babirie, Minister in charge of the Presidency. The Honorable Norbert Mao, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. And the Ministers of State, Honorable Jackson Kafusi, Deputy Attorney General. Honorable Biamuka Mafred, Minister of State for Transport. Honorable Chofa Kabuye, Minister of State in charge of KCCA. Honorable Amos Lugolobi, Minister of State in charge of Planning in the Ministry of Finance. Honorable Kasoro Haruna, Minister in charge of Microfinance. Honorable Mtasingwa Diana, my Minister. Minister in the Office of the Vice President, Your Excellency. Honorable Roslili Akelo, Minister of Ethics and Integrity. Honorable Akelo Beatrice, Minister in charge of Economic Monitoring, Office of the President. Honorable Okasai Sidonius, Minister of State for Minerals. Honorable Peter Ogwang, Minister of State for Sports. Honorable Aisha Sekindi, Minister of State for Water. Honorable Princess Namuganza, Minister of State for Lands. Honorable Uda Oleru, Minister of State for Veteran Affairs. Honorable Esther Anyakun, Minister of State for Labor. Your Excellency, let me now take this singular honor and privilege to invite you to address us. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, sit down, please. Her Excellency, the Vice President, and all the other leaders, and the members of the retreat, members of Parliament, and the other staff of the Secretariat and the SEC members. The importance of this place are two. There are 2 points why I normally bring you here. Point number one is that on the 20th of February 1984, our force of the Mobile Brigade of the NRA, led by General Sade, attacked and overran Masindi barracks. They had walked for many miles they were coming from a place called Kanyara. Here, it must be like 20 or 30 miles from here towards Ruwero. So they had walked for days and attacked Masindi on the 20th of February 1984. We were always monitoring Obote's radio, military communication. So the initial success, I actually got it from a signora of Obote, who about 8 in the morning sent a message saying that we have been attacked and overrun by the enemies. I was at Kanyara myself. I had remained in Kanyara. Tumukunde was the zonal command of that area that time, this area. So we had developed a strategy of sending the combat force alone, armed, because we had a problem of arms. But by this time we had a number of armed companies. These are the ones who attacked. I had therefore to bring a big number of unarmed fighters to carry the weapons captured by the attacking force. So I left immediately by about 10-11. I started walking, and we slept some place behind here, I think called Mhanganzima. And in the morning of the 11th, we passed here. There was an Obote force nearby here, but we avoided it and crossed into where you are now, into Chankwanzi. This place is surrounded by rivers. There is a river Mayanja, this side, which you crossed. You saw the bridge, which you crossed when you were coming. That's Mayanja. And then there is Kafu, which is just near here. And then there is Rugogo, which is on the other side. So we crossed River Mayanja, entered Chankwanzi. That must have been the 11th of... No, the 21st, because it was 20th. And then we met Sade's force in Chankwanzi now, because they had crossed Kafu. When they were going to attack, they had crossed Mayanja, crossed Kafu, and attacked Masini. When they were coming back, they had crossed Kafu. We met them in Chankwanzi's side. And the big force which I had of unarmed carried the weapons. And we crossed back to here. So when we crossed, we camped here for the night. The small force of Obote, which was nearby here, called Buhanku, tried to come and attack, but we scattered it, dispersed it. So I said, well, after the war, I will buy this land for the movement, because it was nice. It was we had taken care to attack during the dry season. January, February are a bit dry, and the grass was burnt, movement was easy. You could move fast without going through the grass. So when the war was over, I inquired, and we got the confused land system here in Buganda created by the British. There was a mine owner who was not here. So he had 4 square miles. This land has got 4 square miles, which we bought. I bought it for the government, and now they have some few cows there, but they will develop it. Then I built this small guest house here for history. So that's the first reason. It is a historical point. It is a confluence of the 2 rivers. River Mayanja is just here, and then River Kafu. We shall walk. I normally insist that you walk and you merit your fats down to the bridge, which we built. As Professor Hebo was saying, we built the bridge which you crossed on River Mayanja. We have built this bridge going to Masindi. There's another one here which you will see. And then we built another one on Kasozi, going to Nakasongora, passing where our brother Oito Jok died on the other side. Died in a helicopter crash. So that is the first reason why I always bring you people here. But the second one is that we have been telling you, first of all, from the 1960s, the student movement told our Ugandans, please, at independence, only 9% of the homesteads were in the money economy. 9%. 91% were outside the money economy. Therefore, the small British economy, which was they used to say the economy of the 3 C's and the 3 T's, was covering only 9% of the homesteads. And I can tell you this because I was there physically. I didn't read about it, I was there, I saw. In our whole area of Ntungamo, I don't remember a single family who were in the money economy. I don't remember. There were 6 Indian shops at Ntungamo, and there were 2 or 3 other shopkeepers, our locals who were trying to have shops. That was all. We had cows, we had bananas, but they were all for Okorre Chida Chionka, working only for the stomach. But when we went through the school system and we learned what had happened in other parts of the world, we said, no, our people must go into the money economy. And we started pushing it in the 1960s as a student movement. Because of where I was living at that time, I did most of the work in the cattle corridor, Nyabushozi area, a bit of Kashari. So our message was, you people, you can read it in that booklet which I gave you, from Obwirza to Matafari, from grass thatched to permanent buildings. We were moving, people were beginning to listen to our message. Amin came in. We had to go and fight for 16 years until when we came back in 1986. When we came back in 1986, after 2 years, I resumed again, 1989. And for the cattle corridor, which is a very big area, because it starts on the border with Tanzania, in Isingiro district, through Kashari, Mbara district, Chiruhura, Kazo, Sembabure, Diantonde, Kochi, part of Rakai, part of Chejegwa, Gomba, parts of Gomba, much of Singo, Chiboga, Jankwanzi, where we are, up to here, up to Nakasongara, up to Masindi, up to near River Kafu. This is all the cattle corridor. And when we started our Injili, our evangelization, the message was simple. Go into the money economy with the Chivaro, Chura, Aymar, Otita. And the Chivaro was, you smallholders, you don't have enough land to do commercial ranching. So what you do dairy. What Professor Hewa has been telling you here. Do dairy. When you do dairy, even if you are a smallholder, you will get money per day. The milk is better for the smaller people than the beef. The beef, you need a big number, which need big land. But of course, if you do like Hewa was saying, if you do feedlots, even a small area can feed many cows. But at that time, we're not talking about feedlots, we're talking about free range. For the bigger number, but you can have zero grazing for the few, for the smaller number. So people from 89, they started responding. Starting in the Rochelle area, my Rwaktora area. And the message spread like wildfire in the whole cattle corridor. So as you have been seeing in Chankwanzi, here in Ngoma, wherever you go, people changed from working only for the stomach to working for the stomach and the pocket. The other year, when I brought people, we visited the home of Matongo. Let's see that man here on the screen. This time we didn't have time to visit.
Umuzini ni George Matongo wa Ngoma. Ngoma mtu hano wataka shuzi. Nando kutaha. Murimo gwanje ndi murisa. Nte nimeja kureba. Nuko nitandikira. Tataka ndaga tuwafuya talubo hagwachidana. Meirisa. Zakanya. Nagura amataka. Nyuse nazo zankorera intwenda zashubitiza abana bihereze naturuho kabanza mu nyankore naje nahindura nk'umwata mu njungu nuko zahanyiranye nasunga atuzungu zindisumute.
On our farm, we collect over 900 liters of milk per day, and a liter costs 800 shillings, which is approximately 21 million per month.
So, that is the testimony. That man must be on where we pass, must be somewhere there. These are people who were outside the money economy. But now, you hear how much money they are earning. 21 million shillings a month from the milk alone. And the price is low. 800 shillings per litre. In Kampala, I hear people get 2,000 or something like that per litre. But the whole area has changed. And it will change more. Because what Professor Ahebo was telling you, all those people you see, they are still doing free range. The cows to eat the grass planted by God. The only addition they have added was to remove the bad grass called omtete, Afronada Simbopogon. It's a bad grass. They have removed it. You don't see it anymore. They have weeded it out. They have also removed the obugando, a certain thorny plant, Acacia hohai. But they have not planted grass yet. If they plant grass, a square mile, if you do those things, you remove the mutete, you remove the obugando, you remove, there's another bad grass called the gashe, you will have about 300 cows in a square mile. But if you do pasture, you grow pasture yourself, and you cut for the cows, you can keep 6,000 cows, Ankole cows, in a square mile. So these people are now underutilizing the land. If they listen to our message, they will become very rich, much richer than they are now. But this should show you the mistake many of the politicians make. There's no good infrastructure here. There's no good road, tarmac road and all that. There's nothing here. But people have money, have income. They are better off than the ones near the road. These ones here, near the tarmac roads. So that's what we have been telling you. Please, don't mix Donglobo with Lonyo. Donglobo is development. Enkurakurana. No Bugaga. You can be rich even if you are in a remote area. Yes, it's a bit inconvenient. I'm sure these people spend quite a bit of money on fuel because the vehicles go stopping because of the bad road. But it's much better than not engaging in wealth creation. So this is the second reason I bring you here. This is the other day we had a man from Katerera. You remember last night? Who is the Katerera man? Katerera Adinkai. The man who was Okoza, the one who was saying, this man is only 12 kilometers from the tarmac road. That's the one. How many miles are you from the tarmac road?
Your Excellency, when I asked at night to get the accurate, I found from the main road to Katerera town, it is 12 kilometers, but that road stretches from Katerera, connects us to Isinjiro and Ibanda. So we are advocating to have that road all done, which goes out up to 84 kilometers, and it is connecting us to good business districts around us.
No, the one is manipulating the, because He's now going behind the forest there, behind the hills, Uganda. First deal with the ones of Katerera who are nearby, get rich first. Then we say the other ones who are deeper are poor because they are far. Okay, thank you. Thank you for defending yourself. Because now, from Ruero to Ngoma town, which you saw, Ruero town, it is 45 miles. You know, I'm a miles man. I don't know the kilometers. From Ruero town to Ngoma town, which you saw, is 45 miles. And all that has been Maram all this time, except recently now, we have tarmacked from Ruero to Butarangwa. I think that one knocks off like 20, which leaves 25 miles between Butarangwa and Ngoma town, still Maram. And from Ngoma to here, I think it's like 25 miles or something. Ahewa, how far is it? From Ngoma town to Budiamishenyi, to the bridge here. Where did this Mfurich come from? Okargahiu.
Your Excellency, Gargaru Jumbura, Kunjiri. From Ngoma to Budiamishenyi is about 28 kilometers.
28 kilometers. Oh, it will be like 15 miles. About 20 miles. Yes. Oh. I thought it was further. So, you are talking of now about 45 miles of Maram. But people have money. Ahewa. How many liters are being sold in Ngoma town? I think you didn't bring it out clear, per day.
Your Excellency, what we are able to calculate from the collection centers, it is 150,000 liters per day in the entire Nakaseke North.
Entire Nakaseke North. 150,000 liters per day of milk. 150,000 liters per day. These are people who are in the bush here. So, all of you, first make sure your area enters the money economy with the Chibaro. Then the intensification, what Ahebu is now saying, to grow the grass, do what, that will be added. But these people already have income. They already have income. They have built better houses. You saw Matongo there with the better house. They are educating children in the university. You can see that girl there speaking English. She's a graduate, I'm sure. So therefore, this is why the second reason why I bring you here. We shall work on the road, but this will come much later, after the area has already changed. Finally, you people don't repeat mistakes. I don't want to hear corruption in Parliament. I don't want to hear corruption in Parliament. Because if there is corruption in Parliament, how will you control the other people? Because you say you are oversight. If you, the oversight, are also sick, who will oversight you? It will kill Uganda. This is suicide. This is suicide. It must not be there. I arrested those young people. Namuju, she has been avoiding me. She has been avoiding me now. And she's my friend. Namuju mnange wanzirukako. Aliruda wa Namudu. Namuju. She's now hostile to me. She's coming. Oh, come on, Namuju. Namuju, how many days do you stay in prison?
53.
53 days. Yes. Then we came and we talked, and she helped me. She's now an angel now.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Kati yafuka msosodoti. Okay, Namuju. The other boy, is it Akamba? There was another one.
Yes, Akamba and Mutembuli.
And the other one?
Mutembuli.
Where are they now?
They lost.
Oh, poor children. But Namuju is a very good mobilizer. So, thank you, Namuju. Tofayo.
But Your Excellency, I want to see you before I leave here. I want to see you.
I'll look for you.
Today.
Not today, I'll look for you. Tofayo Namuju jigenda ture.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency.
So, how I got to those young people, it had become a practice in Parliament. Those committee people, they were in some committees. Then they would tell public servants who were bringing their budgets to be passed by those committees of yours. So if you don't pay, we shall not pass your budget. And the committees had to pay. But there was some patriotic person who said, I can't agree to this. That person came and reported. And we captured them red-handed, these young people. So I don't want to hear that again in Parliament. Do we agree, people? Do we agree? And I don't want to hear that people who are looking for offices are giving bribes. If we hear that, you will be disqualified from any office. It is a technical knockout. Lawyer, who is the Attorney General? If somebody is corrupt, can he qualify for an office or what?
Your Excellency, if one is found guilty of corruption, they would be disqualified from office for at least 10 years.
Yes, it's very serious. Not only removed from where you want, even you, the one who gives and the one who receives. The one who gives the bribe and the one who receives. So if somebody gives you money, please don't touch it. Don't let it like Sidani. Don't bring me bad luck. That money is Kamwaka. Do you know Kamwaka? Kamwaka, walwa Abaganda wano. Abaganda webali wano. Ani Muganda dala. Omuganda dala alirudawa. Who is this one?
Ambassador Chinawesa.
Oh, Chinobe.
Yes, sir.
What is Kamwaka?
Akamwaka kabera kawuka butera okujja misera byenkuba akatamala ninga kawunya bubi nnyonnyo.
Boka kwatako.
Kakwatako.
Yes.
It's an insect. Normally it comes during the rainy season, but the moment you touch it, you smell the kamwaka even after some time.
So please, if anybody gives you money, report that person. And some people have reported to me. You don't know, I know so many things in this country. Some people have been offered money. We'll give money for what? Some of the people have said, for what? And they report. So don't remove corruption from Parliament. The other young girl Namere, where is she? Those young people helped me in the Masaka area. There was a lot of corruption in that area. The PDM money. Namere, what was happening to the PDM money?
Thank you, Excellency. What was happening to the PDM money is that the people who are somehow already well off, someone has 11 acres of coffee, they would connive with the parish chief, and the parish chief gives them the money, and the guilty parish chiefs, it was proven that they would collect 300,000 off the 1 million. Then they give the 700,000 to someone who is not the intended beneficiary. Then they would also get people from other parishes who are not the intended beneficiaries and tell them the fact that you're not from this parish, I'm just helping you, so you take 500,000 and I keep 500,000. And it was connivance also with some of the NRM parish chairpersons, but we were able to net them with your help, Your Excellency.
So it's very serious, very dangerous. Thank you. So, let's really get rid of corruption. This is a lot of money which we are sending down. If it is well used, it will change the country. So therefore, make sure that you, the new young people, don't get polluted with this smelly problem. If there are some pressures because of the mistakes you get involved in, getting involved in things you don't understand very well, don't get debts also. Don't borrow money from money lenders and from banks, you people. The young people were talking over Bangatiye. Indeed, Rubangatiye, because he's there. I'm looking at something small for your swearing in. And something else later. So don't pollute yourselves. It's not necessary. We can have institutional solutions rather than corruption solutions. The where is Lakisa? Lakisa tie kwene. Lakisa Lakwara Lakisa. Where are you? Oh, Binokan. Karatasi. One minute. Do you have your pen? Go and get it. Right in law. Don't sit somewhere. Sit there and write. In law. Write in law now. Right. I'll read it the way it is. Achako million Pierre Rio. Million, listen carefully, million Pierre Aboro Iongo. So Todong, you can keep this. Is it clear? Todong, is it clear? Yes.
NRM oye. Ladiru wachina wechi mune. Ibi chako ke million piario. Piaraboro biono la chen.
Apoyo Rubanga.
Let's all stand up and clap for Bangati.
Now the other people who are accompanying our young MPs will also get something. But I don't want to go into that. So from here, we are going to walk in single file. You follow me. We'll try to see if we see some cows up to the bridge, which we built on Masindi side. That's what we normally do. Then you come back and go to your buses.
Thank you. Applause to the President, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to have the anthems in reverse order. The anthems in reverse order. Ladies and gentlemen, wait. The anthems in reverse order.